Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Deck it quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's from pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packets. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, hey, we some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Paranade. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And in case you didn't know, we were a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalists for Best Data Analysis Tool. And we're also the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade, we also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everyone here inside of True Trading Group. Now, we take that university level of curriculum, we combine it with today's top financial tools that give you an edge, help you make better decisions. Unfortunately, most retail traders don't use them because they're so expensive, $5-6 grand a year if you pay for them on your own. You don't have to pay for them when you guys join True Trading Group. It is included in your annual membership when you guys do join the platform. These tools include Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, congressional trading data, the Trade Ideas Scanner, Trading View's premium charting software, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, you name it, we've got it. It's all included and so much more we'll talk about later on in the stream. But of course, when you join, you get our courses. Of course, you get our trade alerts, but you also get these tools. We set you up with everything you need to the very best chance of becoming successful for one affordable price for the entire year. Not to mention access to all of our members, the most educated, helpful, supportive, and successful community of traders that you'll ever going to find. And of course, the trade alerts. Yes, of course, you get all of the real-time trade alerts from the moderators and myself, 9 professional traders with you each and every day that have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of their executions of just around 80%, now going on roughly the last 4 years. Now, why should you listen to anything that I discuss on this YouTube channel? As we are going to be covering live earnings on Amazon, on Meta. Those earnings are out. Those stocks are flying. And you got Apple earnings coming out here in just a moment. We do have to welcome our friends over at the Stockmaster app. Everyone tuning in. We're covering earnings. We're talking earnings live. We're talking Meta. We're talking Amazon. We're talking Apple. And then we're going to be going over what do we expect from the U.S. labor report tomorrow after the market just said, the hell with what Jerome Powell said yesterday. We're just right back to bull market, rip your face off rally. And you got Amazon and Meta to thank to helping us push higher right now in the after hours as those companies just came out with their earnings, which are some really are really great beats. And Meta also initiating a quarterly dividend of 50 cents a share, which is amazing news for all of my Meta shareholders. Congrats on all of you that own Meta like we do in the long-term portfolio, initiating a 50-cent dividend. That is big news there on Meta. We'll talk about that now and more in just a moment. So everyone from Stockmaster, welcome. Everybody, welcome. Why should you listen to anything that I talk about on this stream? It's really simple. I was trained by professionals. I did not figure this stuff out on my own. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job out of college, where they had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened with the great stock market crash and the recession. But that's also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG. And along with my team of 9 professional trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped over 10,000 members in 115 different countries to help reach their goals. So if you've not yet done so, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you never miss out on any of these streams. Meta is on fire. Let's go through. Let's start talking about all of the earnings that are coming out. This is new all-time highs for Meta. The stock is trading up 10% on absolutely incredible news. Nobody was expecting to hear from Meta today that they are now going to be issuing a 50-cent per share dividend. I love the sound of that. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to turn that auto reinvest on for that Meta position and start collecting that dividend and taking that dividend and immediately buying additional shares with it. It's already one of our top holdings in the long-term portfolio, but this stock is just gone. Look at this candle right now coming through at the end. This is just an unbelievable move in Meta. My goodness, now up 11.5%. This stock is flying, and I fully expect this move to hold. This is such a great piece of fundamental news for this company. The numbers are beats across the board. Earnings per share, $5.33. That's against estimates of $4.95. Sales, $40.11 billion. That's against analyst expectations of $39.17 billion. Daily active users, 2.11 billion. That's up 6% year over year. And they are approving a 50-cent per share dividend. And guess what? As if that wasn't enough. This is what happens when you have so much money, you don't even know what to do with it. They're increasing their share buyback program by $50 billion. Yes. So you want to know why is Meta up 12.5% right now? Why is this stock absolutely flying? It's not because they had a top and bottom line beat on their earnings. Of course, that helps. But the real big piece of news, the biggest reason why this stock is exploding is what nobody could have expected. A 50-cent per share dividend and a $50 billion increase in their share buyback program. That's why this stock is absolutely exploding. $440 now on Meta. I got to be honest with you guys. In 2023, when Meta was at $125, in my 2023 stock market outlook report that I send out to all of our members of True Trading Group, free, it's part of your membership with us, I put Meta specifically on one of the top ideas for 2023. And that stock went from 125 all the way to 340 in 2023. And now 440. Just a ridiculous move on this name. Congratulations. I know tons of members in True Trading Group have this in the long-term portfolio. These are new all-time highs. Sky is the limit. How high can we go? Why not get to 500? Why not? Why not? Why not? So there you guys have it. That's the earnings there with Meta. And that's taken the whole this is taking the whole market up with it. You take a look at the SPY. See the SPY pumping to the upside here after hours. You got the Qs pumping to the upside here after hours. And now let's go ahead and start talking about Amazon, because Amazon's like, hey, don't forget about me. We're up 6.5% as well. We had top and bottom line beats as well. Amazon, $1 per share on the earnings per share. That's against an analyst expectation of 80 cents. And check out this sales number. You want to just really put this into perspective. Let's talk about the sales number. $170 billion in sales. Let me say that again. $170 billion in sales. Analysts were only expecting $166 billion. So $4 billion of additional sales. They're coming through and beating on that. They see Q1 operating income between 8 and 12 billion. They see Q1 revenue of 138 to 143.5 billion. That's against analyst expectations of 142 billion. Now you might be wondering why the drop, right? Why would you see a drop from Q4 into Q1? Isn't that bad? It depends on the company and their business. Amazon, obviously, their biggest quarter is always the fourth quarter. Why? Holiday shopping, right? Holiday shopping. You have all the Black Friday deals, right? With during November. Then you got all the Christmas and holiday shopping. So the fourth quarter is always going to be their biggest quarter. So don't be concerned when you see 170 billion, but the next quarter you're only expecting 140 billion. That is normal from the holidays when you're talking about Amazon. Okay. So their North American segment, they saw sales increase 12% year over year. International segment saw increases of 11% per year. What recession? What economic slowdown? You're talking about from year over year, You're talking about a 12% increase in sales in North America. And everyone that says, okay, yeah, but the rest of the world isn't doing that great. Okay, I understand that. The US is by far the strongest economy in the world. It's not even close. People used to argue China. China is in the absolute dumpster. It's a dumpster fire over in China. No economy is even coming close to the US coming out of COVID. And then you talk about, okay, what about the rest of the world? 11% increase in sales year over year. So that slowdown that everybody was talking about, that everybody was expecting, the consumer has remained extremely strong. That's why the markets are sitting up here at all-time highs. The labor market remains strong. GDP remains strong. Earnings remain strong. The stock market remains strong. And inflation is coming down. Yeah, Jerome Powell told everybody yesterday that, hey, listen, we're not cutting rates in March. And the market sold off yesterday on the back of that. Right? Yeah, the market sold off yesterday. Look what happened to the markets yesterday. Bang. 1.5% down, almost 2% down on the day. And now look where the market is today. Like it never happened. Like it never happened. The market is ripping right now. 491. We closed at 488 on the SPY. This is nuts. And once again, you literally have a handful of stocks are leading the entire market's gains. I said to you guys a couple of days ago that 13 stocks in the S&P were responsible for all of the gains in the S&P this year. 13 stocks, it's a handful. You can literally put them all together and stuff them into your pocket. And those are the stocks that have moved this market higher. And it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. As you saw, Microsoft is trading up near all-time highs. You had Alphabet that was up near all-time highs until they had that big sell-off on their earnings. But you have NVIDIA at all-time highs. You have Meta at all-time highs. You got Amazon making new 52-week highs. These are the stocks that are pulling this market higher, and they continue to outperform, and they continue to rip. We had a conversation today. I can't tell you guys how excited I am for what's going on with AI. And the things that AI is doing, we're working very, very hard to bring AI into the TTG platform and to continue to upgrade and provide all these different tools and processes and features that our members can use that can help them throughout their trading and throughout their investing journeys. So we're working very hard implementing that inside of True Trading Group. But I'm so excited about the future of AI and what's going to be taking place, because when you look at this, I hate when I hear people compare what's happening with AI to the dot-com bubble. It is not the same thing. It's nowhere near the same thing. It's apples and oranges. It's not even apples and oranges. It's like apples and carrots, because even the two of them being fruits just doesn't make sense because they're that different from each other. The dot-com bubble was filled with a bunch of companies that came public onto the NASDAQ before the NASDAQ. Now the NASDAQ is the darling. That's where the best companies are, because it's all your tech companies. It's Apple, it's Microsoft, right? It's all of your big tech names. So it's like, it's the most prestigious area of the market. It never used to be that way. The NASDAQ used to be like the wild, wild west. And all of your companies like McDonald's and Chevron and those companies were the companies that were in the, obviously your S&P, they're in the Dow, and those are the ones that were the bellwethers in the market. At that time during the dot-com bubble, you had all these companies that generated zero revenue or just continued to lose money, couldn't turn a profit. And those companies ended up just putting a .com in a press release, and the stock just went absolutely crazy, up 400% off of its IPO. Fast forward then when it started to rise, when the Fed had to raise rates like they're doing now, all of those companies that needed to raise capital because they did not generate enough profit or cash flow to actually fund themselves, all those companies went bankrupt. More than half the companies in the NASDAQ went bankrupt during the dot-com bubble, and that's why the NASDAQ went down 75%. That is not the same thing with what's happening right now with AI. The companies that are performing the best in AI, the companies that are leading this wave, are the biggest, most profitable companies in the world. It's Meta, it's Microsoft, it's Alphabet, it's NVIDIA, it's AMD, it's Amazon, it's Broadcom, it's Adobe, it's Super Microcomputer, which is the smallest out of all the companies that I just mentioned. These are the companies that are leading the way when it comes to AI. These are not fly-by-night companies that just started a couple of years ago. These are not companies that just came out and just decided we're going to put AI in a press release. These are companies that generate tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars a quarter that can fund themselves, that are pushing through and are at the forefront of this AI revolution. I'm telling you now, If you do not familiarize yourself with AI, you are going to be left behind over the next decade. This is a technology that is going to continue to become a bigger and bigger and bigger part of your everyday life year after year. It's going to be implemented more and more, just like the internet became a bigger part of your life year after year after year after the internet's creation. This is going to be a revolutionary technology like that. And that's why these companies are doing, that's why these stocks are doing what they're doing. And this is why I keep telling people, these stocks have a permanent place in my long-term portfolio, a permanent place. They're never leaving my long-term portfolio. AMD and NVIDIA and Microsoft and Amazon and Alphabet and Meta, these companies are staying in my portfolio until I am old and gray. That's it. I don't care if the markets go down. I want the market to go down because I want to be able to buy more of these stocks. Right now, I'm kicking back my feet up on my desk, enjoying the ads that we had on these stocks back in 2022 because we loaded up on all these stocks and the markets crashed in 2022. And now we're up hundreds, multiple hundreds of % on these stocks. This is what this is all about. And this is what True Trading Group is about. You're not just going to get day trade alerts. You're not just going to get swing trade alerts, but you also get long-term portfolio stuff. Right? You also get long-term portfolio stuff with us as well. I issue a stock market outlook report every single year. I tell you exactly what areas of the market that I think are going to do best. I tell you exactly what I'm doing with my own money. You take that information for whatever you want to do with it. Like uranium. Uranium was my number one sector, my number one commodity pick last year in my long-term outlook report that I issued to members for last year. It rewarded us with a 40% gain last year, making new 52-week highs now on the uranium ETF. Uranium stocks making new all-time highs. BWXT, all-time high. CCJ, all-time high. This is the kind of stuff that you guys get as a member True Trading Group. It's not just about, hey, I want to sit here and I want to just day trade. I want to just sit here and I want to stare at charts all day long. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. 82% of our members have full-time jobs. We have over 10,000 members in 115 different countries. I'm telling you now, if you are continuing sitting on the sidelines and you think that you can't do this and you can't benefit from the stock market because you work, you are doing yourself and your family the biggest disservice that you possibly can. Because while you're sitting around waiting for the right moment or the right time, these stocks are exploding. They're exploding. And you want to say, oh, okay, well, that's great, Mike. That sounds all good. But, well, what if I don't own them? What would you do now? What if you don't own them? Well, you know what? You should own them. You should own them, and you would own them if you guys stopped just watching YouTube videos and you actually became part of True Trading Group a year ago when you probably first saw me on this live stream. Because I've been banging the table on these stocks for the last 3 years. I've been banging the table on these stocks since 2020. We've been buying them every single year. I can't be more. Listen, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I can't give you your own financial advice. What I can do is tell you what I think, and what I can do is tell you what I'm doing with my own money. And what is taking place with these stocks, take a look at them. Sure, CCJ, BWXT, great. Let's take a look at others. Adobe, great. CRM, great. Palo Alto, great. Datadog, great. Look at these stocks. Meta, cool. Microsoft, even better. Great. Alphabet, looks cool. NVIDIA, wow. Broadcom, nuts. These are the stocks that we bought and we own. It's not Lucid. It's not AMC. It's these names. So much wealth was created over the last decade or two from Apple, Amazon, Meta, Alphabet, and Microsoft. That's where the majority of wealth was generated over the last 2 decades. Now, Apple is not going to go up 2,500% for you in your long-term portfolio anymore. So if you want those type of returns, you got to find them somewhere else. These are the stocks that I think you're going to get those returns over the next decade, the next round of unicorns. I'm not in these stocks for a 40% gain. I'm not in these stocks for a 100% gain. I'm in these stocks for a 2,000% gain, a 5,000% gain. And we are already well on our way on a lot of those names. But if you think that you've missed the boat and you feel like, oh man, these stocks are so expensive. Are they expensive? Yeah, they're expensive. Do they deserve to be expensive? Yes. Should you be buying them if and when the markets pull back? I believe so. Will I be buying them if and when the markets pull back? Yes, I already own them, but I'm going to add to those positions. But I can tell you this, as expensive and as high as you think these stocks are right now, you fast forward 10 years from now, and you are going to say, my goodness, I wish I bought Meta at 400. I wish I bought NVIDIA at 600. When you look back at those stocks 10 years from now, I'm not saying come in here and pile in and buy these stocks all here at all-time highs. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is you've got to stop sitting on the sidelines and trying to be so damn perfect and just start taking advantage of what is the greatest opportunity that I have seen. It's the greatest market opportunity that I've ever seen. There's day trade opportunities, there's swing trade opportunities, and my goodness, is there ever long-term portfolio trading opportunities. I just can't stress it enough. I really just feel like True Trading Group exists to empower the retail trader, to level the playing field for them. I want people to be able, I want people to be able to start benefiting from this stuff. The average retail investor, only 51% of Americans own stocks. Do you know how insane that is? That number should be 90%. That's what it should be. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. You know what I think that the government should do? The government keeps talking about all these assistance programs and all of you just came out with another billions of dollars of a package to help homeless people and all these. You're coming out with all these assistance programs. You know what you want to do? Rather than do that, why don't you just take a couple $1,000 and when every single child is born, just automatically give it to them into an index fund like the SPY, like the QQQ, and that can solve a whole hell of a lot of people's problems. You want to know why? Because the stock market's the greatest equalizer and it's the greatest damn wealth building opportunity that you will ever come across. But people are scared of it because they don't understand it. They fall into the emotions. Oh, the stock market's crashing. They think it's not a good time to be involved. Wrong. It's the best time to be involved when the markets are going down because that's when you do all of your buying. Members of True Trading Group are doing that. Members of True Trading Group are making money. They're becoming better traders. You have to take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Members of TTG that are on this live stream with me right now, you tell me, are you making money because of True Trading Group? Are you guys becoming better traders because of True Trading Group? Are we doing our job? Are we succeeding with our mission as a company to level the playing field for retail traders and actually give them a real fighting chance of reaching the success that they want? If that answer is yes, type the number 1. And if you're on this channel right now looking for earnings analysis, which we just went through, we got Apple earnings coming up in a couple of minutes. Pay attention to how many people are typing the number 1. This is real life. This is real money. This isn't a game. This isn't a joke. These are real people, not bots. If they can do it, so can you. You want to know the difference between them and you? Nothing. Nothing. They're not luckier than you. They don't have more money than you. They're not smarter than you. If these people can do it, so can you. And you know what? Also, speaking of AI, I wanted to show you something. Well, we have a couple of minutes here before Apple earnings come out. Speaking of AI, guess what? Our team is hard at work building our own large language model. Our members have seen samples of it, but here it is again. Here's actually another example. This report was generated by our large language model, which click of the button was able to break down the difference between the Q3 and Q4 report for Meta and determine why the stock was. You guys can just take a look at this. So here's a report that our large language model just right now, while we're doing this live, was able to generate for True Trading Group, why Meta stock is moving and making a comparison between Q3 and Q4 earnings reports. We'll post a link in chat for all of our members. Oh, I'm sorry, inside this chat. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to post the link inside of this chat. Whether you're a member or not, we're going to post that link inside of chat. Just so you guys can get an idea and get a feel for what are some of the things that we are implementing as a company and as a platform, how we're integrating AI into our platform and into our community. So giving you guys a little bit of some insight there into the world of AI and what that is, with what that means with True Trading Group. Look at Jenna. Jenna goes, I am making money. No joke. Yeah. Ooh, Dawn. Dawn says the only difference between us and them is that we invested in ourselves. I love that. That's how you guys have to really think about it. You have to think about it as an investment in yourself. Yes. Lawful goes, boom. Thank you, Mike, for NVIDIA. Atlan has 200% gain today. Z4 says, Mike, you're the best. No, you are the best. Thank you very much. Darren says to join TTG if you like money. Just seeing all these people. Love it. B. John's killing it in futures now with the futures program. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, here comes now. Wow, Old Timey made 534% on SMCI. All right, guys, so now we got Amazon's out. Oh, here comes. Oh, Apple's out. Beat on earnings per share. And a beat on sales. So revenue, 119.6 billion versus analyst expectations of 117.9. So it's a beat on sales or a beat on revenue. Let's go. Here's the numbers, guys. Like I said, all right. iPhone sales were 69.7 billion versus 43.8 billion prior quarter. $2.18 on earnings per share. That's a beat versus $2.10. Mac sales, 7.78 billion versus 7.615 billion prior. Apple stock is moving to the downside right now, not participating at all in that market rally that we're seeing from Meta and from Amazon. I got to be honest with you, I'm not surprised. Also, quick shout out. Make sure that members know right after this live stream, starting at 6 o'clock, we are going to be doing an open workshop for all TTG members inside of the main chat room. Okay, I'm going to be hosting a study group session inside the main chat, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's free for all members. You can go right into the main chat starting at 6 p.m. I'm going to be doing a study group for all of you. All right, services net sales, 23.1 billion versus 22.3 billion. America's sales, 50.4 billion. That's against 49.27 billion year over year. So you have some small growth here compared to well, I'm surprised to see Apple trade down on this report, actually, as I'm looking through now more of the meat and potatoes of the number, because what actually happened is, that you have 2% revenue growth, which is Apple has had negative revenue growth for 4 quarters in a row. This is now positive revenue growth, which breaks that 4-quarter streak. So I'm surprised to see the stock trading down. Oh, the market's going to be insane tomorrow. Oh, the market's going to be insane tomorrow. Market's going to be insane tomorrow, boy. Here's a fun fact. Apple has $172 billion in cash. $172 billion in cash Apple has. The real big drawdown on Apple right now, guys, is just huge disappointment in China. Huge disappointment in China. And this is what the analyst who came out with a report the other day was saying about Apple. So there's an analyst in Asia that actually whose track record is damn near spot on perfect when it comes to his Apple calls, when he makes calls regarding Apple. And he came out with a report just 2 days ago saying that he sees a lot of weakness with Apple in China for a couple of different reasons. A, the higher end consumer in China is really gravitating towards Samsung's flip phone, where it's a whole screen and you can flip it close, and when you open it, it's the whole entire screen. So like that foldable screen. So they're seeing higher end customers gravitating towards that. Apple does not have that yet. They will, but Apple, they let Samsung come out with something, then Apple redoes it. They do it better. They come out with it a year or two later. That's Apple's, that's what they've done forever. But that's one thing. But then you have Huawei kind of coming back into play. Remember, you had all those issues years ago with Huawei and sanctions against them and everything else. Well, now Huawei actually coming and taking kind of some of that market share away from Apple. And these were some of the things that this analyst cited a couple of days ago, kind of warning about kind of warning about, Apple's sales in China. And now here you get this earnings report, and greater China sales were only 20.8 billion. Last year, they were right around 24 billion. So that's a pretty significant drop in sales in China. You went from 24 billion to just under 21. So you're 20.8 billion this quarter. And the last year was 23.9 billion. So, that is, and a lot of that is being attributed to the higher end consumer gravitating towards the Samsung flip phone, and then also Huawei coming back online and taking away some of that market share. And that's causing a problem in China for Apple. Then to add on top of that, China's economy is not doing as well as we are here in the States. So you have that bit of a slowdown there as well. All right. So that's what we've got, right? So that's Apple moving to the downside. Let's talk about maybe a couple of levels here that I want to go over with you guys so we can start structuring some trades around this. How are we going to trade these stocks now? Now these earnings are out. That's great. Okay. But let's talk about how do we trade them now? Wow, Apple. Oof. Apple's still heading to the downside, guys. Apple's still like that. I think Apple's got a little bit more room. I think Apple down to 180 is really my target. So my target for Apple is going to be this double bottom that you see right here. And I think that you should attack Apple if the markets do start to pull back. Apple's just been so much weaker than the rest of these tech names. And I just want to stay with that weakness and stay with that trend. But I do think there's enough support down there around 180 where you guys can see this little bit of a double bottom right here. See that little double bottom right there on Apple? I think maybe you can find some support right there. But I would expect Apple to head south to 180. I actually think you can see Apple at 180 as early as tomorrow, and then try to see if you get a bounce off that 180 level. All right. All-time highs nowhere near in sight for Apple. You have a strong double top there underneath 200. I don't think that comes into play for quite a while, as it looks like Apple shying away now, rolling over, and with an earnings report that leads a lot to be, just a lot of disappointment there on that earnings result. And that stock now heading to the downside. Was green on the day, now all the way back to the downside, down 1% and falling. Let's talk about the ones that are actually moving higher. That's Amazon making new fresh cycle highs, and also Meta making new highs to 450. These are the ones that we're going to talk about here from the long side of things. Amazon with this big gap up takes you right back into a pretty big resistance level, right? And after that resistance level, you have the double top all-time high. Now, here is the double top all-time high that you guys can see here on Amazon back from 2021, right? It's a very clearly identifiable and very clearly defined top for Amazon. You have resistance right here around 170. It's right where the stock currently sits. We're at 169. This resistance level is right here in the low 170s. I think that you're going to see Amazon push up towards the 170s and start to knock on that level. And I think that you're going to see Amazon continue this bullishness. And I think Amazon eventually settles itself down somewhere up in here in the mid 170s. So I do believe that there's some more upside there on Amazon as far as pullbacks for possible entry points, because you don't want to get caught chasing the thing. I don't like, buying breakout highs. But I'd say maybe 165 to 164. I like how you have this little support level right here that just got put in immediately following the earnings report. So let's look at that as a possible support zone. If you get any pullback later in the afternoon, or if you get a pullback maybe tomorrow morning, that could be potential support levels there for Amazon, which is a fantastic earnings report for Amazon. And Meta is the one that just stole the show, man. Up 16%. We're just a ridiculous candle on the daily chart. Just absolutely insane. And as far as how you're going to trade this, guys, honestly, it's just gone. I honestly don't think you should even try day trading this tomorrow, just because you are truly in the middle of nowhere. You have no resistance levels in sight. You have no support levels in sight. The previous all-time high is right here. Okay, look how far away you are from the all-time high. So tomorrow morning, right, you're just going to get a candle that's going to open up here and look like that. Now, you get a candle that just opens up there like that. I don't know. You want to buy that for more follow-through, or does that give you a little bit of a pullback, or does it just trade sideways? I think you have probably the the most likely scenario tomorrow is Meta trades in like a 10 or 12 point range from high to low, but really just bounces around and goes sideways. Where maybe you push up to like 460, drop down to like 448, bounce back to 456, and just kind of sit there and just digest what is a massive earnings gap where I don't think you're going to get selling pressure on this. I don't think that I think this is just a, hey, buy it, hold it, or, for institutions on that gap up. I don't see this gap up being evaporated tomorrow. I just think that it's going to gap up, and then I think it just sits. I think it just consolidates and digests. So I actually don't think that you're going to get a really great day trading setup on Meta, if that makes sense. Some of you might think that sounds kind of weird, but I mean, I can't get long as a day trade up here. I mean, where would your stop loss be? And you certainly sure as hell don't want to short the name. So for me, when I take a look at this, I say to myself, might be better things to trade tomorrow, where there's different levels I can trade off of. Like, you can look at Microsoft, you can look at obviously Apple, you have Amazon, I think could be a better day trade. But we'll see. We'll see tomorrow morning once we open up. But the point is that you're in no man's land. There's no support. There's no resistance. You're just gapping up to the middle of nowhere. And I certainly don't want to be positioning myself aggressively for a day trade when I have no major levels to go off of. I structure my trade ideas around the major levels because that's what gives us the highest probability of success. You'll learn all that stuff as a member in True Trading Group. But for me, I'd probably going to maybe take a step back on that Meta tomorrow. Okay. So there you guys have it. That's Apple, that's Amazon, that's Meta. And that's the analysis on the earnings. Again, Meta to the upside on increasing their buyback program by $50 billion and issuing a 50-cent per share dividend. Just an unbelievable move. Unbelievable move in this stock. I'm honestly shocked that they're doing that. Did not expect to see them issue a 50-cent dividend at all. That's just incredible news. So absolutely incredible. Folks, do me a favor. How many people do I have with me right now still that are on the live that are not members of True Trading Group? I just want to see if you guys can just type TTG if you're not a member of True Trading Group. Again, if you're not a member, if you guys can type TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. I just want to see how many people we have on the live stream right now that are not a member. If you are not a member, don't be shy. Just go ahead and type TTG. I just want to see how many people that we have on here that are not already part of the community. Nice, Nav. Just go ahead and type TTG, folks. Let me see who's on here that's not a member of the group. I want to see who we've got. Napoleon, Johnny, James. Nice. Way to go, Dawn. I love it. Dawn is using the strength in these tech names to trade futures right now. I love it. Way to go, Drez. Drez goes, I just caught 30 points on my futures account on the aftermarket earnings thanks to TTG and the education. Yes. We got Shirley. How are you guys all doing? Excellent. Well, folks, listen up. For those of you that are typing TTG, I got actually something real special for you here that we're going to do because I'm a member and happy. Oh, Johnny, what's up? Says I'm a member and happy that I am. Yes, I love to see that, man. Love to see that. But yeah, so what I was saying. So for those of you that are typing TTG, for those of you that are not members, I got actually something special I want to do for you guys right now because I do not have, I don't have any laptops here that I can give away today. We did sell out of laptops, but instead of just keeping the price where it's at without the laptop, what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock that price down even further since I don't have a laptop to give you guys. And I'm going to give you about nearly almost a 60% discount on our membership. The membership to True Trading Group, it's normally $2,212 if you just went to our website on your own and we're just signing up. But since you're on this live stream, I'm going to give you a coupon code. It'll bring the price all the way down to just $850 for the entire year. And why should you join if you missed it before? Simple reason or simple answer. Members are making money, becoming better traders. And in case you missed it, members, type the number 1 inside chat right now. If you guys are making money, becoming better traders, just go ahead and type the number 1 in chat. Now, for the rest of you that are not members, do yourself a favor, open up a web browser, go to ttgoffer.com. Again, go to ttgoffer.com. And then I want you to use this coupon code. You have to manually type this code in. TTG121. Again, that's TTG121. You'll click apply code. You'll see the price then drops all the way down to just $850 for the entire year. There's no upsell or additional cost for anything you see on that page. Every item on that page is included for the $850. It includes all of our courses, simplified version of the stuff I learned working at the fund in New York. Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, congressional trading data. Honestly, if you just went to Benzinga directly and wanted their Benzinga Pro, you're going to spend over $1,000 a year. You get access to that as a member of True Trading Group when you join us just for $850. You get TradingView's premium charting software, which is about $600 a year if you were to pay for it on your own. It's included when you join our platform. The Trade Idea Scanner streams on our platform for you guys to use during the day. Focus on the hottest stocks. You have unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, analyst ratings, a trading journal to track your trades for you, a social sentiment scanner to tell you what's being talked about most on social media. All of this stuff is included for the $850. You don't have to pay $1 extra for any of it, not to mention all of the AI trading tools and the AI trading assistants that we have on the platform as well. It's all included. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com and then use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. That price then drops to $850. Now, if anyone here is still a little bit slightly skeptical, I'll erase that skepticism for you right now. I know I talk a big game on this YouTube channel, but it's just because I really truly believe in the platform that we've created and its ability to help you guys reach your goals, so much so that we're willing to offer you a double your money back guarantee. So here's the way that it works. You join us right now, you pay $850. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group. You have all year to do that. So take your time, go at your own pace. You don't have to do this all within like 14 days, some stupid, ridiculous, impossible time frame to qualify for the money back guarantee. You have the whole year. Do those things, and if you're still unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $850 fee that you paid us, if you can't do that at least one time during your membership, we will give you back $1,700, double what you are paying to join our program. So you pay $850, you don't make it back, you get back $1,700. That's the deal. Now, we're willing to do that because our refund rate at True Trading Group is less than 2.5%. If our refund rate was 12%, we would not be able to offer double your money back. You also have 78% of our members renew their membership or have gone on to become lifetime members of our community. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,400 reviews. Again, don't just take my word for this stuff. Members of TTG, do me a favor. Type the number 2 if you've been a member for longer than a year or you're a lifetime member. Just go ahead and type the number 2 inside chat right now. Those of you that are not members, think about this logically. Think about this logically for a second. If you joined TTG and a year later you made no money, you learned nothing, you're not going to renew your membership, obviously, right? So then why did all these people? You're certainly not going to become a lifetime member. You'd have to have a lot of success to decide, hey, I want to stay here for life. Would you not? I know I would. These are the reasons why we have no problem offering you a double your money back guarantee. Nobody else is going to do that for you. It just goes to show you that I know I talk a big game, but we back it up. We put our money where our mouth is. I don't think you need it, but it's there for peace of mind. If you have any questions at all, I want you guys to send us a text message. We're fully transparent. We are an open book. Send us a text message, 1-888-306-8888. 8783. Again, 1-888-306-8783. You have any questions at all about our membership, about myself, about our mods, about the money back guarantee, anything, text us. We're happy to answer anything that you guys want to know. The phone number is right down there at the bottom of the screen, 1-888-306-8783. All right. So there you guys have it, folks. And again, members. Now I'm talking directly to members. Do not forget that at 6 o'clock, we are doing a study group inside the main chat. Okay. I am hosting it. It is free. You are all invited. So do not forget about that. Wow, man. Meta new. Oh, look at Amazon. My goodness, guys. I just said Amazon, the low 170s. Look at this, 174 now. Amazon's up 12%. Holy crap. Look at these stocks. Oh, my goodness. Wow, guys. We got to welcome Kimberly. Kimberly, welcome to the TTG fam. Everybody welcome Kimberly, newest member to the group. Everybody welcome Kimberly. Oh, it feels good. This is a good day. It's a good day. Oh, it's a good day. You know, I never open my long-term portfolio and look at it. I might take a peek today. Kimberly, welcome to the TTG fam. Everybody, Kimberly, welcome to the TTG fam. Guys, again, just go to ttgoffer.com. Use that coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. Price drops all the way down to $8.50. Price drops all the way down to $8.50. All right. That is Kimberly. Welcome to the TTG fam. And again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate, guys. Just text us 1-888-306-8783. And the SPY is flying. We are flying. This is new all-time highs. New all-time highs, guys, right now. There it is. New all-time highs. New all-time highs being put in after hours. Now, that doesn't really necessarily count. Okay. So the all-time high on the SPY still technically is 491.62. I know right now we're above it, but we'd have to open up tomorrow to really consider that the all-time high. You can use on the futures, you can use all-time high because futures are trading throughout that time period. But if we were to open up tomorrow back at 490, or I'm just making up a thing, you open up at 490, then the all-time high on the SPY would not be 492.61. It would still be 491.62. Wow, that's 491.62 and 492.61. Those are the highs of those two candles. That's what just was a little bit of a tongue twister. But yeah, guys, I mean, these stocks are still pumping to the upside. Does anybody have any questions for me? I mean, I know there's a lot going on right now. Does anybody have any questions for me on anything? Yeah, the higher these stocks go right now, the more I think that you could see a little bit of a profit take on them because they are getting pretty extended. I know it sounds silly to say that as a stock is making a new all-time high, but for a stock this big to be up, 12%, 15%, that's a really, really, really big move. You got to think about, when you have a company that's worth $1 trillion or more that goes up that goes up 12%. It's $120 billion. That's the market cap of a lot of companies. Like you just gained like an entire company, But yeah, does anybody have any questions for me on any of these? When do you think it will be the right time to short semiconductors? Oh man, Salty Bear. That's dangerous, man. Salty Bear said, when do I think it's going to be the right time to short semiconductors? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, eventually they're going to be great shorts. Eventually you're going to get Nvidia will drop back down to 570. Off of its 640 right now. Eventually you're going to get that. Eventually you'll get that pullback. But trying to catch that top It's dangerous, man. It's a fool's game. You're so much better off, and I'll leave you with this. But listen, shorting is a trading strategy that a lot of people use. I mean, I use it too. But what I have seen and what I have found is that you're going to be better off instead of shorting front side strength and trying to pick the top. Wait for the momentum to crack, and then short the backside weakness. So shorting front. So what does that mean, right? So shorting. So like, let's say, see how the stock is on NVIDIA. See how it's just like this clear, huge, massive uptrend, right? If you were to short NVIDIA right now, right, you're shorting into this is called front side strength, front side. Now, let's say if NVIDIA did this, right? Let's say NVIDIA did this tomorrow. I'm not saying it's going to, I'm just giving you an example. Let's say NVIDIA did that and you had a big volume increase. That is a crack in momentum. So rather than you trying to get short in here, which is front side strength, you wait for this momentum to crack and then you get short, right? Then get short on backside weakness. And you'll get short once the momentum cracks, rather than you trying to pick the top here. Because a perfect example of this would be, if you were trying to pick tops, you could have maybe said, oh, wait, that maybe looks like a topping tail. And you would have took the trade short, put a stop at the all-time high. Well, guess what? That day stops you out. Or even right now stops you out, right? So like shorting front side strength is very dangerous. It's a low probability trade setup. It's extremely high reward if you do actually catch the top, but the probability is low. You're better off, instead of trying to get short at the dead top, wait for the momentum to crack and then get short for a backside weakness move. That's the safer way for you to try to short like a parabolic move. And let's be real, these stocks are making parabolic moves, right? I mean, they're just straight up for 3 weeks at a time. You just take a look at any chart. And I mean, these stocks are getting about as parabolic can be. I mean, you take a look at SMCI. Eventually, you're going to see SMCI drop probably 70 points in one day. It'll happen. It'll come. But does the stock go to 650 first? Does it go to 700 first? And then it drops? Eventually, you'll see it. I'm telling you now, you're going to see a day it's going to drop 70 points in one day. And it'll be like, oh, that was such a great short. Yeah. But that's when you're trying to pick the dead top of something, and it's dangerous. It's dangerers. So I just want to, just put that out there and clarify. Any other questions you guys have for me? Guys, don't forget, members, okay, study group session, free, hosted by me, inside the main chat after the live. That's going to be at 6 p.m. inside the main chat. Don't forget. Yep, Salty Bear, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, DMC. So the saying, the age-old saying, when a stock is like crashing, they say don't try to buy the bottom, because they say don't try to catch a falling knife. He goes same way. Goes to the upside when don't try to catch a knife that's pointed up either. It's like a knife that's pointed down. Nothing? What do you guys got for me? Nothing? What, you guys all sleeping? You guys sleeping? No questions? Thoughts on Tesla? My thoughts on Tesla. I think Tesla's going to have a tough time getting back above this resistance level. So you got this resistance level here in the mid 190s, this level that used to be support. I think it's going to have a tough time here. It's been like the market's ripped today, is still ripping now. And that I feel like is holding Tesla together. But I don't know if Tesla's going to be able to get above this trade line. See this teal blue line on my screen, the baby blue line? That's the 9 exponential moving average. It's been resistance now for the whole month as the stock has really been sold off into. And I feel like if you get one more rejection off of 195 and it doesn't get above 195, one more rejection off of that, and I think you're probably going to be in a little bit of trouble. And I think you can probably be shorted if you get one more rejection. So what's a rejection? If you try to, you get a candle that looks like this tomorrow, and then on Monday you get a candle that looks like that, right? That would be a rejection there, back again at that 195, 196. And then at that point, I would say that you run the risk of rolling it to the downside and going back to 180, possibly even lower, and getting into the low 170s is where I think you're gonna settle out on Tesla. But you could have a situation here where this overall strength in the market holds Tesla up in the meantime. But if this market keeps pushing higher and Tesla cannot get back above this 195 area, then that's going to be a real glaring sign of weakness to me. And then as soon as the market eventually, markets don't go up forever in straight lines. Eventually the markets will turn and roll itself to the downside. I'm starting to think that even with as parabolic as you're starting to see some of these moves, I'm starting to even think that you might even start to see a pullback tomorrow, as these moves are just getting so out of hand right now as we're sitting here after hours. I feel like I talk and these stocks go up another $5-10. But I feel like if Tesla can't get over that area with the market doing what it's doing now, the moment you get profit taking and a little bit of a pullback in the SPY or the Qs, and that's all, just a pullback. You don't need a big sell-off, just a pullback, a healthy pullback. Then Tesla might move back to the downside. What's going to take for NVIDIA to stop going up? It's just going to be, I don't think it's going to be a piece of news. I think it's just going to be just pricing and the market dynamics of just, eventually the stock's going to get so overbought that computers are just going to say, we have to take some off the table. It'll get to a point where it just becomes so parabolic and gets so crazy that the momentum just shifts. The momentum pauses, and then you'll get this nice little profit-taking pullback. Do you still journal your trades? Yeah, Hamed, we actually keep track of all of our trades, every execution that we make. So all the moderators in True Trading Group, their trade executions get loaded up onto the website after every day, after each trading day. So members can actually see every single execution that moderators take. The entries, the exits, stop losses, wins, losses, break evens, it's all there. What do I think about AMD? I love AMD. It's in the long-term portfolio. It's going to stay there for quite a while. It starting to move back to the upside here. It did a beautiful job of holding that previous all-time high. So there was previous all-time high. You broke out of it and you dropped into it yesterday after earnings, and now moving higher with the rest of the market right now. I think it's just very obvious of a very obvious support level here in the low 160s, which is that previous all-time high, and just see if you get a consolidation phase. You could break this support level and then take you back down to 150. And then I think that's a really nice level of support, which is going to be this previous double top. And then also this dark blue line, that's the 50-day moving average. See how that's starting to catch up. So if you get down to there, I would absolutely be structuring longs off of that level for sure. If and when we do see that. That's AMD. Do I see a split for NVIDIA? I could see them doing a stock split. I could definitely see them doing a stock split. I don't know if they're going to, but I wouldn't be that surprised. They did a 4-for-1, right? So post split is like, that's 183. Now the stock is 640. So you've had a multiple 100% gain off of that since that last stock split. So they certainly could do another. They certainly could do another. And stock splits are bullish catalysts. Forward stock splits are bullish catalysts, not reverse stock splits. Reverse stock splits are no bueno. All right, folks. All right, guys. It looks like that's kind of starting to wrap things up a little bit here. Like I said, Kimberly, welcome to the TTG fam. Guys, don't forget, go to ttgoffer.com and then use that coupon code that I just gave you. It'll knock the price of our membership all the way down to just $850 for the entire year. It gets you everything that's included on that page. Every item on that page, you guys get no additional cost, no upsell for. Again, that's all the courses. I'll actually take a moment. I'll show you the platform in just a moment. But if you have any questions at all, text us 1-888-306-8783. We'll be happy to answer any questions or concerns that you have. Members of True Trading Group, head into the main chat room now. All right. We will start here in a bit, actually. The chat room is open now. So members, I'm inviting you all to head into the main chat room. We will be starting our study group session inside the main chat very soon. The main chat is open. So members, head on into that main chat and get ready to have some fun. What better day to do it when we got all these earnings popping off? We can start talking about, the tech stocks. We can start talking about, long-term portfolio. Do we trim these positions and reallocate capital somewhere else? Let's go over that. Let's talk about it inside the study group. All right. That's going to be inside main chat, free for all members. Listen, those of you that are not interested in the membership, you guys can sign off the stream now. I'm done with the analysis part. Make sure you subscribe to the channel before you go. But those of you that are interested, let me take a quick moment and show you what the platform actually looks like. This way you guys know what your $850 is going to get you for the whole year. This is our chat room where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades, answering questions. We're with you for the whole day. We're with you from the beginning of the day all the way through until the end of the day. We're not gone after an hour and you'll have to just fend for yourself. You got the mobile app to be connected with us, even if you're not in front of your computer. All right. That'll allow you guys to get the real-time push notifications when our mods enter and exit their trades. You're going to get 2 private study group sessions with our mods to speed up your learning curve. It's also going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed with congressional trading data to track trades by Congress. TradingView's premium charting software is included. The Trade Ideas scanner streams on our platform for you guys to use. So you can be focused on the hottest stocks during the day. Our own proprietary scanner lets you create custom scans to practice trading with fake money. I just said that backwards. Our own proprietary scanner lets you guys create custom scans. You got the simulator, lets you practice trading with fake money. So you can trade with real-time data, but with fake money. So you can practice before you put your own money at risk. You've got a trading journal that tracks your trading for you. A social sentiment scanner tells you what's being talked about on social media. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, and options flow, all included. Short data included. Analyst ratings included. Watch lists from the mods with entry and exit points included, right? All of this stuff is included when you join us for the $850. There's no upsell for any of these things. Then you've got the courses, a simplified and expanded upon version of the training I received working at the fund in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it. We've got it. You guys get it as a member of the TTG fam. And then you've got the video library. The video library has 1,000 hours of workshops covering different topics, and you can start attending these topics live when you guys become a full-time member. Not to mention you also get all of our AI tools as well. Now, gang, listen to me carefully. I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just by joining True Trading Group, but if you do, and you can't make back the $850 membership fee, after going through the courses, passing the quizzes, and attending a study group, I'll give you guys back double your money. That's $1,700. Double your money back guarantees right there on the checkout page. It's real. It's in black and white. Go read it. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend the study group. If you can't make enough winning trades to equal the $850 at least once during your membership, we'll give you back $1,700. We can do that because our refund rate's less than 2.5%. Our retention rate is 78%. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,400 reviews. If our refund rate was like 12%, I wouldn't be able to offer W money back. All right. Members, head on into main chat. For the rest of you that are not members, go to ttgoffer.com and use that code TTG121. Click apply code. Price drops down to $850. Check out. You are good to go. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to text us. 1-888-306-8783. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss these.